Lately, I've been feeling like I'm carrying too much, not just physically, though that too, but mentally and emotionally. And the hard part is, I didn't even realize it at first. I just kept going, one thing after another, until suddenly everything felt heavy. After giving birth, I jumped back in. I took on work, responsibilities, career planning, things that mattered, things I chose. But I didn't choose them intentionally, and I said yes because I thought I had to. And that's the thing about burnout. It doesn't show up with flashing lights. It's quiet, it's subtle. It shows up as exhaustion in the things that used to excite you, or forgetting what you were even working towards. I realized I had been chasing tasks instead of being present. I was running towards a version of peace that required me to first prove I deserved it. But what if peace didn't need to be earned? What if I could just have it right now, as I am? So I started slowing down, not by changing everything overnight, but by doing less on purpose, by letting one moment be enough, by choosing rest and letting that be the win. So I just wanted to pop in here and share with you guys what I learned from this week of slowing down. So first thing that I realized for me was that slowing down took so much effort. The fact that I had to actively tell myself that I need to slow down and do maybe just one or two things a day that is okay for me to not be so productive all the time just got me thinking of how much hyperproductivity or the state of hyperproductivity that I was in. And I only realized that I was overworking myself when I forced myself to slow down and notice how much breathing room and how much less tension I was feeling in my body. So I'm honestly really so grateful that I realized when I was faced with an objection that the solution wasn't to keep pushing and try even harder, but to really just take a step back and have time for myself and to recalibrate and recuperate and reinvigorate my energy. So what really helped me was just keeping that one or two things to do on my list. For example, Thursday I was working for the whole day, so the only thing that was on my to-do list was to be in the present moment with work. And I realized that being intentional, that really gave me so much more energy by the end of the week. So I started that process on Thursday, and by Sunday I had so much energy that it was okay for me to be productive again. Like on Sunday I made 2 bread. It was my first time baking bread. So yeah, I made 2 bread. I meal prepped for the week. I cleaned my bathroom. I reworked my resume. But doing those things felt good. It felt healthy because I wasn't burnt out anymore, because I have given myself the few days of rest and really not pushing to be creative or to be motivational. I also realized during my few day breaks that I really wanted to get back into making videos, which is why this video is here today. So even though I took it slow, I think I still ended up with having a lot of ideas, and I don't know. It was a slow week for me, but at the same time, it was a lot more productive even though I took it really slow. I started making content. I started filming for things again. And at the end of the week, I still managed to get so much done without the pressure and without feeling burnt out. And that was really crucial and important. So it's really nice because this was like a reminder to myself that I don't need to be on that hamster wheel all the time. That even if I slow down, I still can get far. And that I just have to keep going. The momentum is going to keep me going, not the sprint. Because people who run sprints, they're not running long distance. When you run long distance, you don't necessarily have to go fast. You just have to keep going. And I think that is one thing that I really learned from this week as I would say a mental sprinter. And lastly, I am so grateful that I am able to take this reprieve as needed. On Wednesday, I told my husband that I wanted to take it easy for the rest of the week and that if I didn't feel like it, I don't want to do anything. And he was so supportive of that. He was like, take all the rest you need. And he really took on all the important tasks that needed to be done. I'm so grateful that I have a husband who is so supportive of me. I talked to my mom about it and she was also really just supportive, and she was like, yeah, go ahead and rest. When the time is right, everything will align. So I was just reflecting on that, and I'm just so grateful that people in my life allow me to rest, that I'm not constantly being pushed by my surroundings to just do more and be more. And I'm still working on taking things slowly because I don't think I've ever taken a week off where I was doing nothing productive, like where I wasn't creating something or working on a project. So that is something that I am gonna work towards, like really taking that week off, that week vacation, mentally and emotionally, because I feel like that's going to really allow me to rest and recover. But yeah, if you're feeling overwhelmed and if everything just feels too much, I just want to remind you to pause, to take a breath. You are safe to slow down. You are safe to rest. You don't have to carry it all alone. You don't have to earn your peace. It is already yours. I'm still a working mom. I'm still pumping, dreaming, building a new career path. But now I'm doing it with softness. I've learned that ambition and peace can exist in the same life if I let them. If you've been feeling like it's all too much, maybe this is your reminder too. You're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress, all at the same time.